Do you have any pet peeves of certain planes? Like, I feel like these Skyhawks, there's one plane has nice seats, and these other ones kill my back after like an hour.
You know what? The seats don't really bother me. Actually, I really don't fly the airplanes that much either, so I feel like some of them turn more, like the rudder trim's not very good on a lot. I know my students complain about the rudder trim a lot. I flew 739 on the long IFR, I mean, I didn't fly, my student flew it on the long IFR across country the other day, and apparently that one turns to the left a lot. I don't know if you've flown that one yet.
No.
I'm sorry, calling tower, or say again, please.
I know one of them flying. Is it this one? I don't know. You have to like hold your arm on it. Maybe it's this one that'll suck today.
We'll find out.
Tron 6, stay ground, thank you, runway 27 left, taxi via Alpha. 27 left via Alpha, Star 6.
Another question. How do you trim the plane? Because I was talking to Tim the other day in the thing, and he's like, whenever you really need to trim it, he's like, go full up like one. I guess I was just up one, which doesn't seem like too big of a deal. Okay. He was saying like, go full up one, and then if you like, wait for it for a little bit, and then do half, and then do half again. And I was like, I just kind of like.
That sounds really intense, yeah. I just keep returning the wheel until it feels better.
Yeah, so I was like, okay. It's like, you're more experienced at planes than I am.
I don't know. I think you just keep it simple, you know? I feel like some people like overthinking things, and if you keep it simple, it will be simple, you know? Just keep rolling it until it feels better. That's simple. That's what Tim just said sounds really complicated, and it kind of confuses me, and I'm not really a fan.
Yeah, I'm sorry, calling I missed that. Take it, please.
710 Whiskey Golf.
710 Whiskey Golf, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, we're currently at the ramp, ready to taxi. Departure 300 degrees. We have X-ray.
710 Whiskey Golf, you're not in sight just yet. Taxi up 2, hold short of Alpha. Expect runway 27 left.
Taxi hold short of Alpha 710 Whiskey Golf.
I'll put this on default nav page too. I don't know which page you usually use.
I know you love that page.
Me too. I do like. I feel like you should like that page too.
710 Whiskey Golf, got you there, sir. Runway 27 left, taxi via Alpha.
And you can activate that and put it on the default nav page as well.
Uh-oh. What'd I do?
I feel like you probably should hit the enter button, but looks like it worked.
State Tower, this is Cox 734 Uniform Lima at runway 27 left, ready for takeoff.
4 Uniform Lima, State Tower, hold short, runway 27 left, forward, release.
Hold for release, 734 Uniform Lima.
Sweet. So this is taking us to 4 India 3 and then Appleton.
Set to 4 Uniform Lima, fly runway heading, runway 27 left, clear for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, clear for takeoff, runway 27 left, 734 Uniform Lima.
Confirmation Yankee current at Ohio State altimeter 3018.
Cool, and take the airplane if you don't put your goggles on. My airplane?
Your airplane.
My airplane.
Cessna Zero Whiskey Golf, just checking. Was you looking for flight following?
Oh, your airplane?
My airplane.
Your airplane.
Yeah, just checking to see if you might be interested in flight following today. That's 4 Uniform Lima. Contact call. I'm a departure. Get flight now.
Contact departure 734 Uniform Lima. Columbus departure, this is Cox 734 Uniform Lima at 1500 for 3000 just off Ohio State.
That's 734 Uniform Lima, Columbus departure, radar contact, maintains 3000. Turn right heading 360, I'll get right back to you with your approach request.
Maintain 3000 and over 360.
Cool, 1,500, not 1,500. Cool. If you go to default nav page, it'll tell you your track.
Let's go back to getting that.
Yeah, fixed. Activated approach. Now it's going direct to Appleton. Nice. And our track is 014. 017. 018. When's that compass accurate? Only when?
Straight and level.
Yeah.
Unaccelerated.
Nice. Nice.
Showing 1669 Columbus departure, radar contact, I'll maintain 10,000, 10,000. And a 4 Uniform Lima, say your first approach request.
First, we'd like to go to the VOR Alpha at Knox County for Indigo 3.
That's 4 Uniform Lima, roger. Would you like the full approach or would you like vectors for that?
Straight in.
Oh, we'd like to straight in if that's possible.
4 Uniform Lima, no problem. So you turn right direct to Appleton.
Right, direct Appleton, 734 Uniform Lima.
Watch your altitude. Only plus or minus 100.
Showing 1669, turn left heading 160.
Cool. What heading is going to take us direct to Appleton?
Shoot. Direct 090.
You need to recenter the needle though. How are you going to do that?
I'm going to go 090 first as my face is getting baked off by the sun. Good lord, that's hot.
So it's actually 095. Awesome.
We get 4586 Columbus departure, radar contact, I'm maintain 10,000, 10,000. Spirit wing 1669, turn left heading 160. Lima after Knox County, you guys going back to Ohio State?
That's affirmative, back to Ohio State after Knox County, 734 Uniform Lima.
Uniform Lima, Roger, climb instruction upon completion of the OR Alpha and controlled airspace on heading at 270, climb to 3000 and return to this frequency.
270 and then return to their frequency, 734 Uniform Lima.
And 3000, so yeah.
Figure 4586, turn left heading 180. Sterling 1669, contact Indy Center 135.57, good day.
That needle's getting kind of far away from me. It's already half off.
That's what I just corrected.
Is that needle going to get any better if you're doing the exact same thing?
No, Brickyard,
Okay.
4586, turn left heading 100
Okay.
and contact Indy Center 124.45, good day.
You can direct again if you want to, even though you're not really supposed to do that. But there you go. I should get better now that your number's smaller than your desired. I know someone that did their whole instrument check ride following the magenta line.
They passed.
Did his mock check ride, and I flew with him, and I was like, what are you doing? He thought it was totally fine. I was like, oh my god. It was really weird. Yeah, he passed though. He followed the magenta line really well though, you know? It wasn't, I was actually low-key impressed about how well he followed the magenta line. Also kind of terrified. But I was taught to use the default nav page. I don't know, because people are just taught different things. It makes me feel better, because now we know what we're doing. There's so much more information on this page.
But I think myself, like a lot of people, like the map. They like.
Because you're so used to it with private. You're getting used to something different. This gives you so much more. The map gives you nothing.
I wouldn't say nothing. It gives you situational awareness. You don't know, or you don't really have as much situational awareness with that.
What do I need the map for?
2,500 climbing 5.
That this doesn't give me. What does this give me that this doesn't give me? That I need. I don't need to worry about airspace. I'm on IFR flight plan.
10,000, 10,000.
10,000.
You're right though. It does give you situational awareness, and it's nice to have the map on this page. But I feel like we would have got so far off our needle if you had these two numbers in front of you the whole entire time.
I don't know. I think that's wishful thinking on your part, but
I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt on your needle getting a half off there.
Forget 987, turn right heading 360.
360, heading back to our 5987.
Number 734 Uniform Lima, cross out the matter above 3000, cleared for the VOR Alpha approach, Knox County.
clear Appleton at 3000, then cleared into the VOR Alpha in Knox County, 734 Uniform Lima.
Archer American 1583, 2.5 for 5,000 runway heading.
Cool, so he just cleared us for the VOR Alpha. Did he clear us for the straight-in VOR Alpha?
Maintain 10,000, 10,000.
He 10,000 American 1583.
I honestly don't know. Like, he didn't say it, but that's what we requested, so...
You're right. He didn't clear us for the straight-in, but we did say we wanted it. Go ahead and ask him if that's we can get cleared in for the straight-in VOR Alpha at Knox County.
Victor 987, turn right direct Gibbs on course. Contact Indy Center 124.45. Good day.
Alright, direct Gibbs and 2445, now Victoria 1597. Good day.
Columbus departure, this is Sky 734 Uniform Lima. We just wanted to confirm if we could get the cleared into the straight into the VOR Alpha.
Yes, sir. That's the VOR Alpha. You're clear for the straight in. I just crossed out at 3,000. Does that not work for you? That should work, right?
That works. No, that'll work fine. 734 Uniform Lima cleared straight in for the VOR Alpha into Knox County.
Roger. Airfit 987. Contact Indy Center 124.45.
Nice. Now we're like we're covering ourselves in case, you know. What if we did do the straight in, you know? But then the controller was really mad. And it was like they pulled up the records and like we never cleared you for the straight in VOR Alpha. Now we've covered ourselves.
American 1583, contact Indy Center 120.47.
Right, and the instructor made me ask every single time they didn't clear me for the straight in.
Speed 184, Columbus departure, to contact, maintain 10,000.
I don't know, it's better safe than sorry. Yeah. But I mean, he expected us to do the straight anyway, so probably nothing would have happened. But yeah. Now we are cleared for the straight in approach. Seeing some real cool shallow fog out here. Don't like look over there.
Yeah.
That shallow fog, MIVG, or just learned new acronyms. They're exciting. Well, when do we have to switch this over to VOR?
I don't know that you have to, because it's, I guess you do have to actually do it, VOR. I would do it once we hit the, once you start the approach.
Legally, it has to be switched over before the final approach fix.
Okay.
So you can, I mean, it doesn't matter.
That's a ways.
It is a ways. I don't care when you do it. It doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, before the final approach fix, has to be flipped over.
What do you want?
Awesome, this looks really good. I like it.
Alright. Just be 184, contact Indy Center 120.47, good day.
12047, good day, just be 184.
Weather, wind, 160 at 4, visibility 5, mist. 100,
you have to scattered. 27 left after this?
Yes.
That's fine, we'll take 27 left to the GTPS, 734 Uniform Lima.
Right, you expect that.
734 Uniform Lima. Cool. Great.
1211 Zulu, weather, wind, 160 at 4, visibility 5, mist. 100, scattered, temperature 21 Celsius, dew point 21, altimeter 3021.
Alright, we got the AWAS, going to 12305. Got that. Why not? Alright, so final course heading is 22 degrees, drop down to 2300. 2300 we get down to 1660, and since the wind's behind us slightly, we'll have to drop a little bit faster. Just approach, climb to 3000, then left turn. But, alright, I have a question about that.
Cool.
climb to 3,000 but left turn, but in the past I got yelled at because as you come in, and then you kind of like do the, I guess we're going to go do, we want runway 10 then. That I got yelled at because I went beyond the 1.3 nautical miles, so when we do missed, is it right away? Because here it says climb to 3,000, then left turn, direct to Appleton, but I don't know how I'm meant to balance the stay within the 1.3. Is that only if you're really coming into land, or?
1.3 is if you're coming into land.
Okay.
If you're going to do touch and go at the airport, you'd stay within 1.3 the whole time you're circling.
Okay.
While that's your circling minimum. It's the one.
Right,
You have to stay within 1.3 while you're circling.
Okay.
Yeah. If we're just going mist, we don't see the airport. We hit the mist first when we don't see the airport. We start climbing to 3,000. If we see the airport, we stay at that altitude and then stay within our 1.3 while we circle around to come into land. Yeah.
421, turn left heading 160.
Yeah, the 1.3 doesn't apply anymore if we go mist.
Gotcha.
Oh, our needles look so good. Makes me so happy.
For your instrument students, do you do like what I call the trifecta of like Marysville, Delaware, Marysville, and then back to Ohio State? Like all in one shot, you do those right in succession?
Delaware, Marysville, I don't think I've ever done those two. Or actually, I've done those two together a couple times. Usually I go Knox County. I like doing Knox County, Columbus, Ohio. Because then I can do VOR, ILS, GPS. And I know I'll get the ILS because they have ILSs on all the runways. You know? I like doing that. I like doing that triangle a lot.
Because that's what I did last time with James. And I feel like part of it is it's such in rapid succession. You don't have like any downtime, so
it's very unrealistic, you know.
Right, because you don't have any time to set anything up. Because in reality, you're like flying to one spot and you have all the time in the world to like get everything set up.
You're totally right. Yeah, you're never gonna do that in real life for sure. So you're doing something that's harder for practice, which is nice. Yeah. But yeah, for sure. Like I don't know why you would ever realistically do Delaware, Marysville. That's so stressful.
Pitch 826 from departure, rate of contact, call maintain 10,000, 10,000. 734 Uniform Lima, change to advisory is approved, report, and I'll talk to you on the go.
Alright, change to advisory, and then we'll get you on the other side. 734 Uniform Lima. Alright. Max County traffic, this is Skyhawk 734, Uniform Lima, about 7 miles to the south, inbound, we'll make a 45 to downwind for runway 10, Max County.
I think we're a little bit more than 7 miles to the south. That works. We're more like 11. Missed approach point is 11 miles from the VOR.
So what's the distance there?
To Paula. That's our distance to Paula. And then we have the next distance to the missed approach point. And you can see it on here too. The DME to the runway is 11. We just crossed the VOR. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Good. Good on altitude. I want to give yourself a little bit of buffer room on altitude.
Alright, I feel like I'm just going to kind of split the GPS at the VOR. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, the GPS is going to be more accurate. 022, I'd probably put it more like right there.
Alright.
Maybe like, maybe there. Yeah, I mean, the GPS is always going to be more accurate than the VOR. Yeah, because this GPS is also saying it's a little to the left. But yeah. I mean, as long as you stay like not like less than half scale deflection, I think you'll pass a check ride. But this is a VOR approach, so I would follow the VOR, even if it makes the GPS get a little off. Because Paul knows that the VOR is still going to be a little not as realistic.
Max County traffic, this is Skyhawk 734, Uniform Lima, about 5 miles to the south. We'll be entering a 45 to downwind for runway 10, Max County.
These VORs don't look very similar. That kind of doesn't, those are kind of off.
Yep.
That's unfortunate. Pretend we didn't check it. When the last time it...
It's been passed.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It was accurate? Okay.
It's,
was it negative, the VOR check?
Yes.
Interesting.
27 days, I want to say. It's been a while.
Wow. Interesting.
Does somebody in the club do that?
I mean, you could do it yourself and then
just
check.
log it. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if like there was like Brian or somebody was assigned to do that.
No, just people.
All right. Gas, undercarriage, mixture, fuel pump bombs, seat belts. It's dropped like a rock.
Nice, I like it. Cool, cool.
Max County traffic, this is Skyhawk 734, Uniform Lima, 2 miles to the south. We'll be overflying midfield and then entering a downwind for runway 20, Max County.
20.
Oh. Correction, 10734 Uniform Lima. Oops. Thank you.
You're good. You can take your goggles off.
Woohoo!
Found
Check that
it.
shit out. Alright, so what do you want to do? Do you want to do... Let's see if I can stay within 1.3, because James kind of, he was like, you failed your check ride because you just went too far.
Okay.
Okay, so at this point I'm visual, so I can descend below 1660.
I wouldn't.
Not yet, not yet.
Yeah.
Knoxtown traffic is Scott 734, Uniform Lima, on a downwind for runway 10 in Knox County.
I wouldn't descend until you're like on base. Keep the 1660 till you're on base. This is kind of a close and downwind. Okay, I guess you're trying to stay within 1.3.
Yeah, because last time I don't know, I was just like, oh, it's just a normal pattern, and then I busted it, and then James was like, you just failed.
Oh.
I was like, dang it. Yeah, this is really close, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I would still do a somewhat normal downwind leg. I mean, your normal downwinds aren't going to be more than a mile away. Because now you're going to overshoot your final.
Yeah.
And you don't want to overshoot, you don't want to do that either. That's where you do the whole uncoordinated on final base to turn thing.
Spin to the ground and die.
Yeah, exactly. So you really got to pick.
Alright, crap. Now I see why circle the lands are deadly.
Yeah.
Knox County traffic, this is Scott 7334, Uniform Lima, turning base for runway 10 Knox County.
I know Paul doesn't like to see more than 30 degrees bank in the pattern. I mean, you were doing 30, so you're fine. But just so you know.
Whoa! We're way high, but that's okay. Knox County traffic is Scott 734, Uniform Lima, on final for runway 10 Knox County.
If you're high, you could take the power out.
I mean, you want to do a touch and go?
Oh, I don't care. I assumed you were going to. We can totally not do a touch and go. That's fine.
I'll do a low approach.
Okay, that sounds good.
Because we're still pretty high. I mean, I could drop the flaps, but then we'd have to go taxi back.
That'd be a lot of effort. Yep, you're good. I'm sure you can land a plane just fine.
Woo!
Cool. Yeah, that was a good pattern. Definitely a little close on that one though, but you made it work.
Knox County traffic is Scott 734, Uniform Lima. We're just flying downwind, or flying down the runway, and then we'll be departing to the south, 734 Knox County. See, there I go.
No one's listening anyways,
yeah,
so
I
it's
know.
fine.
Well, I'm sure. I'm guessing there's somebody in the thing, and they're just like, oh, this guy. Oh, this guy. Okay, so.
So what are we doing for the mist here?
Climb to 3,000. Then right turn to direct to Appleton.
Right turn.
Left turn. Shoot. And back with these guys.
I teach my students to go north on the climb to 3,000.
Okay. So I was going to say, because at this point, we technically should have been going that way anyway.
That's what I teach my students to do. I'm pretty sure that's what you're supposed to do. And yeah. Is that what you normally have done? Like just departed out on the runway? Or do you...
Well, I mean, I honestly don't know what I would have done, just because like, I feel that's really weird to like go down the runway I would have landed.
Yeah,
so,
I usually
like,
just turn back to what I was supposed to be on.
Yeah, that's...
So we were supposed to be on the 022 radial. So
yeah.
There's your 00022 radio if you want to center that needle while we climb to 3,000. And then we're back on what we would have been doing anyways.
Runway 28 right, contact at tower 132.7.
Deepest approach runway 28 right, tower 32.7, sky west 5280.
Yeah, this is what I would do.
Part Navi 0 November Romeo, radar service terminate, you can squall for
Can you put your follows back on?
We'll see.
Follows back on. Thanks for the help there this morning.
No problem.
And remember our missed approach instructions anyways were...
Fly 270. Maintain 3000.
Oh well. We're doing the actual miss instead. You can call whenever you're ready.
Alright, yeah. Columbus departure, this is Cox 734 Uniform Lima at Knox County. We're at 2,800 for 3,000.
Cessna 734 Uniform Lima, Columbus departure, ident, maintain 3,000.
Ident, maintain 3,000.
Shoot. I forgot it was 270. So you were right.
Uniform Lima, radar contact to north of Knox County Airport. When able, you can proceed direct Coney for the straight in RNAV 27 left approach to the Haas State.
Turn direct Coney for the 27 left RNAV approach into the 734 Uniform Lima. See, I get flustered and I just like start to babble it out.
No, that was fine. I thought that was fine.
Okay, so...
So fly the airplane first.
Yeah.
You said when able, so take your time. Watch your altitude. But go ahead and level off first if you need to. We're still full throttle.
Check 225.
Cool. Always fly the airplane first.
Yeah, I forget that sometimes.
I mean, he's at when able, so don't feel rushed at all.
Contact, climb maintain 10,000. For Uniform Lima, when able, direct Coney.
734 Uniform Lima, we're turning down to direct Coney now. 734 Uniform Lima.
Right, maintain 3,000, altimeter 3019er for Uniform Lima.
734 Uniform Lima. 2019er.
Cool, nice.
I feel like I honestly would have forgotten that because I just get in the habit of, I don't know, forgetting the change, like when you do the different approaches, because I know like James caught me on that once. He's like, man, that needle's not really moving a whole bunch, and it was like on GPS or something on ILS, and I was like...
That's the tough one too. I've definitely done that. I did that in my training too. I mean, when you walk yourself through the plate, the first box there is like, it says it's like ILS frequency, and when you know it has an ILS frequency, you know it just switched over. That's why sometimes it's better to not wait until the final approach fix, just to do it, you know, as soon as you brief the plate so you don't forget.
Alright, so we got 272. We don't have terms yet. We can try.
Delta 2741, contact in the center, 135.57. Okay.
Got that, got that. Oh, that's right, they're slaved. Haha.
Cool.
How many hours do you have now?
I have about 1,040.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's when I count my glider time, though. I have like 60 hours of glider time, which counts as total time. But, yeah. And also, I just need to update my logbook. I'm like 6 months behind.
Hey, morning, Columbus.
Yeah.
Juliet,
It just keeps getting worse, so I just keep putting it off. Because the last time I updated it was spring break. Because I got my multi, so I had to like update it.
Oh, you're going on.
And
yeah, we'll plan on the visual
spring break was like in March, so. And the problem with that was too is that when I updated, I only filled in the total time column. I didn't fill in any of the other columns. So I was like, this is all I need, so I'm just going to do this. So basically I'm just going to like be really sad one day, or it might take more than one day, honestly. That's a lot of flights that I've missed. And it's summertime too, yeah, I'm just going to be really sad. I just don't want to do it, but it keeps getting worse if I don't do it. One of these days I'm just going to cancel all my flights, and I'm just going to like sit down at the library, just update my logbook.
So how do you keep track of all the old flights? Just 3 or 4 flights?
They're in Cap City. They're in Cap City system, yeah.
130, set and maintain 4,000 out and plan on a visual approach 27 left. Okay,
and if I fly outside of Cap City, I like text it to myself, like what I did.
27 left, Papa Juliet.
The only flights I have outside of Cap City are for flight team. And I fly with this one guy that has his own airplane.
Contact, maintain 10,000.
Going to take a picture of his logbook, and then fill in my logbook.
Skylab 78 with you, 2.4 for 3,000 runway.
What type of plane does he have?
Skylab 78, Columbus
it's a 172 Delta model.
Oh wow.
There's no GPS.
So what is that, like a 1950?
I have no idea.
Turn left.
But there's fuses instead of circuit breakers.
240, Skylab 78.
There's has Warrior flaps in it.
Oh really?
There's no electric flaps. It has mechanical flaps.
Bar.
Yeah, it's really weird. I didn't know that was an option for
Uniform
Skyhawk.
Lima, turn left heading 180. I got a citation in front of you there in Ohio State.
Left to 180, 74 Uniform Lima.
And yeah, it's real weird. Let me show you a picture of the panel. Took a picture of it because I thought it was really weird.
Yeah, what's the guy's name?
Bill Miller.
Okay.
He's working as private.
Departure Brickyard 3617 is with you through 2.3, climate 5,000.
Brickyard 3617, Columbus departure, radar contact, maintain 10,000.
10,000 Brickyard 3617.
Citation 5 mile Golf, turn right heading 100, contact.
It's really weird.
124.45.
I've seen, I don't know, it seems like an older plane, but it doesn't seem like terrible.
It has fuses. I've never been in a plane that has fuses before. Or no GPS.
Okay, so another one of my interestingly dumb questions, right? So like for night flights, it says you have to have the fuses in one of each time, blah 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 within in the thing. So, but it never says anything about the breakers.
Right.
So like, I don't know. I feel like the FAA being the FAA would.
No, but no plane has fuses anymore. Like it's the first time I've ever had that has fuses. I'm pretty sure. In the FAREM somewhere it says like friggers or like an adequate substitute for fuses. I don't know where that would be, but I'm sure it says that somewhere in some document.
Brickyard 4559, Columbus departure, radar contact, maintain 10,000.
I know like they say like know the regs and like where to find stuff.
And 78 turn left heading 180.
20 Skydive 7.
And I kind of find that funny because like half the time the place I think something should be is not where it's at all. So it's just like I don't know. Like
Brickyard 3617.
Yeah.
Contact any center 120.47.
2047 now, Brickyard 3617. Good day.
Brickyard 4559. Turn left heading 180. Skylab 78, climb maintain 10,000.
10,000, Skylab 78.
This looks trimmed out pretty well, actually.
as far as weather or my flying?
Well, the trim. It's not really.
Skylab 78,
I feel like it's
turn
not
left heading
turning.
150.
150, Skylab 78.
Does it feel like it's turning to you? Or is it pretty good? I feel like you can take your hands off and it's
I
not
think it's
too
pretty
bad.
good.
Yeah, it feels pretty good.
Approach 4 Papa Juliet does have airport in sight.
4 Papa Juliet, clear visual approach 27 left at Ohio State, contact State Tower 118.8.
18.8, clear visual, 27 left for 4 Papa Juliet.
40 Uniform Lima, turn right direct Coney.
Right, direct holding 734 uniform Lima.
Brickyard 4559, turn left heading 100.
How do I go about
Contact
doing
any
this?
center 124.45.
I just do direct.
Nice, good. What heading return to?
Cessna 40 Uniform Lima, cross Coney at 3000, clear for the straight in RNAV 27 left approach at Ohio State.
Cross Colony at 3000 and then cleared for RNAV GPS 27 left approach into the state.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Would you ever actually fly IFR in one of these planes? Would you fly IFR in this plane?
Like, if I was going on a trip somewhere?
Contact any center 135.57.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not.
Have a great day.
You too.
It would be kind of annoying not to have autopilot, though. I guess it depends, like, how far it is. But Uniform Lima was a nice plane.
No, I mean...
I would fly in this one. I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I would rather take something with an autopilot, but if this is all I had, like, I wouldn't not do it just because I had a Skyhawk,
Gotcha.
you know?
Okay, the only reason I ask is because I feel like as I'm learning the different personalities of the instructors and stuff, like Johnson is like, I would not fly a Skyhawk in hard IFR, just because he's like, like I
I
say,
feel like that's fair because he owns a Cirrus.
I don't think he does. Does he?
He's partners in Charlie Charlie.
Oh, okay.
6661.
I didn't know that.
Skylab 70, contact any center 135.57.
Yeah, so I think he's just very like,
70 Charlie.
he's older and I feel like he's like, I don't want to die, I like my life, so he's like, I'm not going to risk it on a Skyhawk with steam gauges going dead when I have the money to go fly something else that I'm more comfortable with. No.
I think you're the only person he flies in Skyhawks with, too.
I think so, because he, I mean, I feel like I wish I knew that a little bit more going in, because, like, for your IFR cross country, the long cross country you did with your student, did you stop and fuel up?
No, we didn't.
Okay. I did with Andy because he wasn't comfortable because he didn't know like the fuel burn or how much fuel we'd have.
Yeah.
And I didn't either because you don't see the fuel log, so you like on a flight you never really know how much fuel you burned.
Yeah.
In the previous flying club I was in, it was all you rented the planes dry, so you always knew what you burned. So it was very informative that way of like, oh, okay, yeah, I burned X gallons and I was screwing around, or I burned X gallons and I was doing a cross country. So we stopped and we went from here, Akron, the OU airport, and we refueled at OU and it was like 22 gallons or something, and it had 40 something, so we really didn't need to stop, but it was just he didn't know, and so
2445, VTOL's off.
Yeah,
He's
fair.
he's not like a huge. I would say he's not a huge fan of these planes, but I feel like he's less comfortable in these planes than other people are. So I was kind of like.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that is probably true. Yeah.
Cessna 4 Uniform Lima, contact State Tower 118.8.
Over to tower, 74 Uniform Lima.
3,000, expect 10,000 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 125.905, squawk 4506.
With the weather.
Oh, shoot.
Temperature 23, dew point 22, altimeter 3018.
It's Yankee.
Expect visual approach, landing departing, runway 27 left. NOTAMs, use caution for construction and barricades on the school ramp, FBO, and west ramp areas. Taxiway Gulf closed until further notice. Runway 9 left, vastly out of service. Runway 9 left, 27 right. Centerline markings non-standard. Taxiway Charlie closed in between runways 27 left and 27 right until 19er follow him to runway 27 00 Zulu. Hazardous weather information available on High West Flight Service frequencies until 1500 Zulu. VFR departures. Provide ground control with on-course heading and degrees and advise you have information. Yankee. And citation for Papa Joe. Ohio State Tower information, Yankee time 1153 Zulu, observation. Wind variable at 5, visibility 7. Sky conditions clear below 12,000.
Okay, to the ramp.
Temperature 23, dew point 22.
Ground 21.7 when we get there. Thank you now.
State Tower, Scarlet 6, over Powell, 2,500, inbound for a full stop with Yankee.
Charlotte 6 State Tower, give me a tight right base, runway 27 left. Report crossing outer belt.
Report right base for 27 left, report crossing the outer belt, Scarlet 6. State Tower, this is Cox 74 Uniform Lima, just at Colney with inbound with Yankee for a full stop on the GPS RNAV of 27 left approach.
Cessna 4 Uniform Lima, State Tower, runway 27 left, continue, report about 3 miles final.
Report a 2-mile final for you, 74 Uniform Lima.
I'm sorry, somebody else called. Say again, please.
Alright, Colney, we go down to 2,500.
Well, you can either do that, or you can just wait for the glide slope to come in here. Which way do you usually go down to 2,500?
I'll wait for the glide slope. It's just nicer to get that stabilized sooner rather than later.
That's fair. But if you think about it this way, if you wait for the glide slope to come in, you want it to level out in the middle. You'll just come out and descent the whole way down. You know, that's probably a little bit more stable than having all the power changes that you're going to have by descending, leveling out, and then descending again. This is what an autopilot would do too. It'd wait for the glide slope to come in. Either way, it works, you know. Something to think about.
Alright, so we got LPV, 1153.
Runway 27 left, clear for takeoff, fly runway heading.
Uh-oh. I was going to ask if you had, so I know like there was one of the IMC club, I don't know if you were there, where they talked about,
Traffic departing your runway, TBM.
was it the CDFA, the continuous descent final approach, or
Clear to land, 27 left, we will keep an eye on the departing traffic,
for non-precision approaches, just, and I wasn't sure if you had heard anything about Paul being a fan or not a fan, but I still feel like he has to test the non-precision, but the dive and drive, I feel like is still...
I mean that's what the VOR approach is, yeah. And the one at Delaware is going to be an LNAV. We'll do the LNAV in Delaware, not the LPV.
459 Tango, have information Yankee, we're 10 miles to the south-southwest requesting permission to land.
TBM, or correction, Navy on 59 Tango, State Tower, good morning, report crossing outer belt. If you're familiar with that, if not, just report entering the left downwind for runway 27 left, sir.
Report the outer belt and downwind 27 left. Roger, 39 Victor. Or 259 Tango.
That's 40 Uniform Lima, you're number 2, but traffic's well ahead of you. Will be absolutely no factor. Runway 27 left, clear to land.
27 left, clear to land, 734 Uniform Lima.
TBM, 1 Juliet Foxtrot, contact Columbus departure. Have a good holiday, sir.
Okay, over departure. I'll be back in a couple hours. 1 Juliet Fox.
Okay, see you then.
State Tower, Skyhawk 19644, 27 left run up area, and we're ready to go, waiting for IFR release.
To the 19644 State Tower, roger that, also hold short for landing traffic.
644, hold short of 27 left, waiting for release.
Flying with a 330 heading, you got blacked out on terrace again. Number 35 Mike Romeo, where you parked, sir? And November 35 Mike Romeo, runway 27 left, taxi via Alpha.
I have another kind of random question. The VOR to from is flipping. They're just flipped. But for GPS, what's going on?
It was a from?
It was, yeah, it flipped. Both of them did.
Like when we just passed Rittalk, it flipped maybe? I don't know. Because we were going each fix. I don't know. I guess. Probably in that moment that we cross the fix, it goes from and then to really fast, maybe.
Yeah, it could have.
Skyhawk 644 on departure flight, runway heading, runway 27 left, clear for takeoff, no delay, Cessna traffic. 4 miles final right now, runway 27 left.
Skyhawk 644, cleared for takeoff, 27 left, fly runway heading to 3000, no delay.
Charlotte 6, Alpha to parking, monitor ground point 7, have a good day.
Alpha to parking, monitor ground point 7, have a nice day, Star 6.
Set the 4 uniform, Lima, runway 27 left, clear to land, Cessna departing, your runway, no factor, wind variable at 4.
Clear to land, 74 uniform Lima.
Charlotte 17,
cool, what are our minimums?
Start south, this will be base
11:53.
Watch for Cessna traffic, bed,
March
cross the outer box, should be right at your 12 o'clock on the final.
Star 17 is now turning south, and we'll look for that traffic.
Maybe on 59 Tango, you're number 3 for the runway, and I'll give you traffic as you get a little closer. You're going to follow a Cessna that's going to be on the opposite base turn for runway 27 left.
Roger. 59 Tango just crossed the outer belt, entering that left downwind runway 27.
1500.
State Tower, Charlotte 14 is over Powell, requesting a full stop with Yankee.
Charlotte 14 State Tower.
See, there did it. Now it's from
High Street in the outer belt.
So that must be what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Scar 14 will report High Street and about for 210 left. Scar 14.
Charlotte 17, your traffic's just off about your,
yes,
11:30 there, moving in your 12 o'clock, just real short final, runway 27.
Scar 17 has that traffic in sight.
1300.
Cool, nigger follows.
State Tower, Scar 17 has that traffic in sight.
Scar 17, number 2, runway 27 left, clear to land.
Number 2, clear to land, runway 27 left, Scar 17.
No, tell Papa, what was your request, sir? For 717 Hotel Pop, runway 27 right taxi via Foxtrot. Skyhawk 644, contact Columbus departure. Good flight now.
Over to departure, thanks. Skyhawk 644. State Tower, Charlotte 2 is over the Square Lakes, inbound full stop with Yankee.
That's excellent, thank you. Scarlet 2, State Tower, IDAT for me.
IDAT, Charlotte 2.
Charlotte 2 got the IDAT, you'll be following traffic just off your 11 o'clock. You also inbound to the field, follow that traffic to runway 27.
Save the pieces.
And
not bad.
Go ahead and head for High Street in the outer belt.
Alright, Charlotte 2 is looking for the the traffic that we're following, and we're going to fly to High Street on the belt, Charlotte 2.
Charlotte 14, change to 315 in the outer belt for your report point.
Alright, we're changing to 315 in the belt. Skyhawk 14.
Maybe on 59 Tango, traffic's off your left, for traffic in sight.
59 Tango does not have traffic in sight.
Okay, he's slightly behind you now. Just give me about 10 seconds, make base turn.
Alright, 10 seconds, make base turn, 59 Tango.
Set the 4 uniform, Lima Alpha to parking, monitor ground point 7. That was super day.
Thank you, you too. 74 uniform Lima.
Tower 7, Hotel Pop, ready to go, 27 right.
Skyline 7, Hotel Pop, a turn on course, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 27 right, turn out, 7 HP, thanks.
I like how they say HP. Bold. Bold move.
Maybe on 59 Tango, runway 27 left, clear to land.
That's so weird listening to that.
Car 14, you're following a Navion, just about to turn final. I traffic's going to turn final right at your 12 o'clock. Report traffic on site 18.
Well, right on time, nice.
Charlotte 2, report 315 the outer boat now.
What time is it?
8:52.
Oh, wow.
Charlotte 14, traffic's 12 o'clock
Not
on the
super on
final.
time, but
1,500.
I thought we were going to be way late.
Yeah, this is not too bad.
Charlotte 17, Charlie Alpha to parking, monitor ground point 7. Charlotte 14, you with me? Got loud in, haven't heard the last two calls. Traffic should be no factor, well ahead of you. Runway 27 right, or correction, runway 27 left, number 2, clear to land.
Big ground, good morning, Cessna 1788, Quebec at the west ramp with Yankee, VFR 250.
Correction, 1788 Quebec, you got blocked. What's your on-course setting, sir?
It'll be 250 for 88 Quebec.
That's 88 Quebec, runway 27 left, taxi via Alpha.
27 left via Alpha, 88 Quebec.
On 59 Tango, I'm going to take you all the way down to runway 23, so pass up that turn left on runway 23, then Alpha to parking. Silver truck should escort you to a parking spot.